Well, in this video, we had to completely take apart this 426 HEMI 3-liter Whipple Dodge Dakota single cab. Stick around to find out why. So you'll notice we have a ton of junk in the back here. This is all parts, pieces, and old stuff that we've taken off. So I've been keeping it with the truck just in case we want to do anything with it. So we've got a lot to get done. We've got to take out the engine, the transmission, pretty much everything in our engine bay. I'm gonna try to take off some of this wiring, and we're gonna take out the 2 seats, center console, and then I gotta get rid of all this junk out of the back of here. So I'm gonna start unloading all this stuff. You guys can see just how much stuff is in here. Not all of it's junk, so I kind of have to go through it. There's a lot of the tan interior that we replaced with the black interior, but I mean, just stuff like this, the rubber floor. Yeah, all sorts of old stuff. There used to be side pipes on this thing, and you name it, all kinds of stuff. So let me get this stuff out, and then we'll go on to the next step. We still got to pull the engine and transmission. We got a lot to get done in the next little bit. All right, well, that's looking a little better. There's still some stuff in here that probably gonna hang on to until the thing is actually done. We got fender liners and a few odds and ends, but most of the stuff is now cleared out. All right, so next up on the list, I'm gonna go ahead and lift this blower out of here because that has to come out, and once we get that done, we'll work on the next thing. Okay, so we've got the blower off. It's on the shelf. We'll cover it up because it's gonna be sitting there for a little while. And we also have to build the engine. I also have to do a ton of cleaning up. So the thing is gone for a little bit. It will give me a chance to do some housekeeping as well, because shop is turning into an absolute disaster between our fully built Hellcat motor for this thing and our Z06, and we've got our Hellcat Ram, our Hellcat Dakota, and yeah, it's getting crazy in here, so definitely have to do some housekeeping. But right now I'm going to, since I pushed this forward, I'm gonna take off this rear bumper because we have the roll pan here in this box. So we got a new roll pan going on. So I'm gonna pop this off at least to start making way for that. I don't know about you guys, but this thing's starting to look pretty aggressive. I don't know if it's just ditching the chrome or what, but the other thing too is with taking all the stuff out of the back, we still got a little bit of stuff, but you can see the stance is leveling out quite a bit. But what I did here was I separated the upper from the lower bumper. I'm gonna be switching this out to a plastic one so that it can be color matched. I'm gonna be ditching the chrome. You also notice this, somebody added this janky wiring that I was fighting with when I went to pull off the bumper. So definitely not factory wiring to these fog lights, I would definitely say. But yeah, that was the wiring that was there for the fog lights. So if we do want to keep fog lights, I'm gonna have to redo that because that is not too good looking. But that's that. So I'll get that other bumper and stuff going. And you can see here we've got the supercharger out, so I'm gonna take some other stuff out. I'm gonna take out this battery and the battery tray as well, and we'll start getting some more of the stuff out of here. All right, well, I've obviously been working on this quite a bit, so I got the complete engine, or actually pretty much the whole wiring harness for the truck that runs through the chassis. There's one that kind of goes from the front of the truck all the way to the back. We left that one obviously, but the whole one that's in here is gone. Took out our AC condenser and our heat exchanger, our upper radiator support, the headlights are out. So I'm trying to get this all stripped. So now what I'm actually going to do is I'm gonna wheel it out and bring it over here onto the lift. That way it's gonna make it easier. I gotta pull the drive shaft. That way we can get the engine out, and then I'll have way more room to work here. Got my engine hoist here, so that way we can start getting this thing yanked out. So let me get it over to here and we'll continue working on it. Okay, so truck is here on the lift. Let's go ahead and pop off our drive shaft shop. Drive shaft, this thing is so nice, you guys. So we got this custom built for Boosted Motorsports, of course. And this mates perfectly up with our 8-speed, but this all has to come out, as you know. So let's go ahead, disconnect it. We'll unplug our transmission as well. And we gotta take our fuel line and anything else that might be attached to this because it's all gotta go. Okay, so drive shaft is out. Fuel line's out of the way. I took out the starter because I was going to maybe drop the transmission from here, but I'm gonna try to actually take it from the top. I took out the body mounts right here. There was, for some reason, there was some of them missing from whoever was working on this before, but I took out a couple more because I might just lift the body up a little bit and squeak it out this way because not too sure on this setup how we get to the flex plate bolts. I thought maybe we'd access them through the starter, but on this side, this plate is in here, so I'm not sure if you're supposed to use this dust cover with the Holley pan, but either way, it's kind of good we're doing this because you can see, if you guys have been watching for a little while, this whole thing was dripping from whoever previously installed it. and you can see here it is still dripping. So regardless, let's go ahead and bring this thing down, and we'll see if we can yank it from the top. I loosened the engine mounts, so everything is pointing to us hopefully being able to lift this up. I guess actually I should disconnect the steering if we're going to be lifting the body up a little bit as well. So let me see. I don't think there's much even holding it on at this point, so let me just disconnect that as well. All right, so engine and transmission is now out, and we are left with a pretty much empty engine base. So I gotta take off this bracket, but other than that, I don't know, maybe a couple little brackets, remove some stuff, but should be ready to go. Let me take off this plastic broken kind of pin as well. But anyways, that's that. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's finish up this stuff. I'm gonna just hang the bumper just somewhat loosely, nothing crazy or permanent, and then we'll move on to the roll pan on the back. All right, so you'll see what I did was I hung the pan up, and then I made the marks. I just traced out the holes that are on the pan onto our bed, and then I drilled them out, and then I put rivserts in here. So I'll link down below rivserts for you guys. This is, in my opinion, the proper way to do it, not just like sheet metal screw into this and be done. So now that these are all here, the pan itself doesn't have any holes in the end, but we need something to fasten it here. So we'll probably do one, maybe two here to fasten it from, you know, flapping in and out. So what I'm gonna do is put it back up. We'll install our screws. So I'm gonna put all nice brand new fasteners. So 10 mil heads, 6 mil. These are like some nice body screws, so, or bolts I should say. But these will go in here now, nicely screw into there. So I'm gonna go ahead and mount it, and then we can find where our position is as far as making this roll pan flush with the back of the bed, and then we'll go ahead and get that on there. Okay, check it out. We've got 2 rivserts there, 2 there. So now I'm all set. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back in. And I went ahead and drilled the holes here, but I also gave myself a little bit of adjustment here. There is no holes drilled in the end caps when you get it, but I wanted to give myself a little bit of adjustment just so that I can, you know, get it dialed in 100%. So anyways, that's that. Now we can go ahead and install it. Okay, so this is on, and I'm just measuring out center here because I'm going to put a backup camera right here. I think it'll look pretty clean. This is the unit here, so it comes with a hole saw as well. I might use a step bit just so it's a little bit cleaner, but that's gonna go boom right there. I think it'll look real clean. All right guys, so the roll pan is on, and I'm super happy with how it came out. Our gaps are consistent. It looks really good, and all the body lines are awesome. So definitely installed that really nice, and I'm really happy with how it came out. So also our camera's in there, so that's all ready to go. And what I have to do next is I'm gonna pull both seats out, take out our center console, and also I'm gonna remove our Holley Pro dash, just so that when this thing goes to the body shop, there's no issue. Also, I've got the back carpet in here, we'll pop that off too. Let's get to it. Let's get this stuff out of here, and then this thing is gonna be gone. All right, you guys, so I feel like we're going backwards, but this thing is completely stripped. So the engine bay, it's completely stripped. Center console's out, back panel is out, both of our corbeau seats are out, and the interior is pretty well stripped. So not sure how far they're gonna go with the paint, but you can see there, that's what it looks like. And then we've got this front bumper on it so that this can be completely color matched. It's gonna be the one-piece plastic. I don't know if I mentioned that. So I thought for some reason that this one was 2-piece, but as you guys look, it's actually 1 piece. Somebody just painted it like it was 2. So it's one big plastic cover. The newer Dakotas actually came one big plastic. I just, by a quick glance at it, assumed that it was 2 piece, and then the top would unbolt from the bottom. But on further inspection, it's one big plastic one. So that's the one that's gonna go on. As far as fog lights, it does have those in there, but if we want fog lights, we can just get those cut out. The engine bay is all ready to go. So this is gonna look a heck of a lot nicer after the fact. We took off the wheels, so we just put these steelies back on just so we don't have to worry about getting paint on them. Running around to this side, we've got the Pro Dash removed. That way that there's nothing of really any value in this truck right now. It's just literally a roller. Same thing on this side, completely gutted so that they can hopefully paint the doors or whatever they're gonna do. Got a little bit of stuff that we still need to take out of the back here. Roll pan is on, looking super good. We've got the new camera on there. I popped the camera in there, that way the body shop guys can you know, pop it out and I don't know if they'll paint the little bezel around it, but that way that gets dealt with, and you know, maybe they can do a little bit of finishing touches on that. But yeah, look at the shop, you guys. It is an absolute disaster. We've got my built 6.2 here. We've got the engine over there. I've got the wheels that I need to, you know, put away. We've got all the engine wiring harness stuff. I've still got all the stuff for the new stroker kit in the boxes over there. Like, it is wild. So plan is, you guys, for you guys that are obviously watching along, this thing's gonna be going for, I'm gonna say, at least 2 weeks to have a proper paint job. So hopefully the people that are painting it paint it professionally. So if it's getting painted professionally, in my opinion, it's probably going to take a month to do this properly. So we'll see when it gets back. But in the meantime, we still got our own projects. So we still are going to be working on getting the Challenger Hellcat running. And we have the Z06. If you guys are familiar with that, we picked up the Supercharged, Pro-Charged Z06. So we're going to be working on that. But we are also going to be assembling the 426 Hemi. So we've got the stuff for the 426. So we're going to start building the engine on the engine stand. So plan is to free up my engine stand there, and my engine's going to go in my Challenger, and then that'll free up the engine stand so we can start building the 426 kit on the engine stand to get ready to go back into here. And if you need any help with swaps or anything like that, go head over to Shop Boosted. We've got merch over there. We've got shirts, t-shirts, all sorts of stuff. We got some parts. So go check out Shop Boosted. We're adding new products weekly. So lots on the go. Yeah, this thing is gonna look way better. We could have left the, you know, purple interior. We could have left the purple engine bay in here, but honestly, and we could have left the engine and stuff all in there, but it's gonna make more sense to color match the engine bay, because the exterior, I'll keep you guys guessing on the paint, but to have a purple engine bay and then have a different color exterior would have looked kind of not good in my opinion. But anyways, guess down below what color you think this is gonna be. What do you guys think of this whole project? I'd love to hear your feedback down below. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Check out the other videos if you're interested in any of this crazy stuff. Catch you guys on the next one.